Right now, on some multi-million-dollar construction site, an engineer is frustrated. They are holding a state-of-the-art laser level, equipped with gyroscopes, microchips, and self-leveling sensors. It's a marvel of modern technology that costs hundreds of dollars, but the sun is too bright, the light beam is invisible, the battery is flashing red, and worst of all, the tool has lost its calibration. The entire job site has to stop because of a software error. We've been conditioned to believe that complexity equals precision. We believe that if something has a circuit board, integrated circuits, and emits flashing lights, it is automatically superior to whatever came before it. But what if I told you that the most precise tool ever invented by humans doesn't have a screen, doesn't use batteries, never loses calibration, and was perfected over 4 millennia ago? A tool that built the foundations of the world you live in today, and that modern engineering, with all its billion-dollar budgets, simply cannot improve. When we look at the Great Pyramids of Giza, our modern brains short-circuit. The base of the Great Pyramid has a leveling accuracy with a margin of error of just 1 inch across an area of over 500,000 square feet. It's a level of optical precision that today's construction companies struggle to achieve using satellites and drones. We like to imagine that the ancients must have had some lost, mystical technology, perhaps complex machines that disappeared over time. Because it's easier to believe in the impossible than to accept that the ancient Egyptians, Babylonians, and Romans were mechanically smarter than us. The truth is brutal. They didn't use anything complex. They used the most relentless and unalterable force in the universe to their advantage. While we try to bend light with lasers that suffer from thermal refraction and fail, they relied on gravity. They used the plumb bob. The plumb bob is almost an insult to modern complexity. In its most basic form, it's just a piece of heavy material, anciently stone, lead, or bronze, tied to the end of a string. That's it. But the genius isn't in the object, it's in the physics that controls it. When you let go of that weight, the Earth's gravity pulls the string into an absolutely straight line, pointing directly toward the core of the planet. There is zero margin for error. There is no bug in the system. A modern laser shot across a 300-foot wall can curve by millimeters due to differences in air temperature, a phenomenon called thermal refraction. The laser lies to you. Gravity doesn't. The ancients discovered that if you build an A-shaped wooden frame and hang a plumb bob from the top vertex, the exact moment the string crosses the center mark on the bottom bar, the surface below you is perfectly, undeniably flat. This is exactly how the Roman aqueducts that cross Europe were built with down to the millimeter calculated slopes. But the utility didn't stop at leveling the ground. This basic mechanism created a domino effect that leveraged all of structural engineering. Because if the plumb bob gives you perfect verticality, it also gives you perfect horizontality through the square. With these two absolute truths, what is straight up and what is straight across, you build Gothic cathedrals that defy the winds for 1,000 years. You build impenetrable fortresses. When medieval master builders erected walls 150 feet high, they didn't trust their own eyes. The human eye is easily fooled by false perspectives and shadows. They trusted the weight. The beauty of the plumb bob is that it is immune to human arrogance. If a stonemason built a wall that was slightly crooked, the plumb bob hanging next to it wouldn't touch the bricks in the same way. Gravity would expose the mistake instantly, without mercy. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry once wrote that perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. We live in an era addicted to addition. We add buttons, lasers, digital screens, and lithium batteries to tools that already worked flawlessly. The engineer on the modern job site spends hours trying to make their $500 tool work in the blistering heat, while the stonemason 4,000 years ago solved the exact same problem with a piece of lead and a string that fit in their pocket. We've done incredible things with modern technology, but along the way, we forgot a fundamental principle of true engineering. The best machine isn't the one that does the most things. The best machine is the one that is physically impossible to break. The next time you look up at a skyscraper or a massive bridge, remember, modern technology might have drawn the blueprint, but the thing ensuring it doesn't fall down is the exact same hanging string used by the builders of the pyramids. The universe already had the perfect code. We just needed a piece of stone to read it.